And you are live. Good luck.
All right. Hello, hello. My name is Aurionskydragon, and I am joined by a wonderful person on commentary. If he'd like to introduce himself.
Hey everyone, my name is Reclesis, and I am a fellow SaGa speedrunner. Mainly in SaGa Frontier 1, but I've also learned this one recently.
Yeah, and we've got another classic Square RPG remaster coming your way. This is Romancing Saga 2 Remastered. I don't think RS2 has ever been done in an English marathon before, so I'm happy to be the one to change that today. I'm going to be running the any percent category. It follows a pretty standard procedure for the first third of the run, and then around the halfway point, we're going to make use of a pretty cool glitch, wouldn't you say? That's, that really opened the game wide up. And
it's definitely going to be something to check out.
Hope you all will be looking forward to that. Very excited to show that off. And time's going to begin once I confirm the name of this character here, known as the Last Ruler, and kind of what that entails a little bit later. And time will be called on the last hit of the final boss. So, I think that's about it for introductions on my part. Do you have anything you'd like to add, Rack, before we get started?
Really quick, when you do start a new game, it's the remaster does ask you if you want to load previous data, and you do get a choice of a male or female emperor or empress. We are choosing the female for a specific reason, and that reason is to help with the final boss.
Exactly. It's kind of a safety precaution for one of the things the final boss can do, but we will bring that up once we get to it, because first we have to actually do the run. So, let's go ahead and get things kicked off with a countdown in 3, 2, 1, start.
All right, good luck, Ryan.
Thank you very much. All right. So, as the name of this game implies, it is a remaster of the second game in the Romancing Saga trilogy, originally released for the Super Famicom in, I believe it was 1993. And the original Romancing Sagas never actually left Japan, so that's one reason why this game has kind of fallen under a lot of people's radars. But in 2016, it received a remaster for various platforms, and also received a localization in English. So, for those unfamiliar with the Saga series, you could think of it as sort of Final Fantasy's younger, lesser-known cousin, or sibling, rather. The series creator, Akitoshi Kawazu, was one of the development leads for Final Fantasy II, and whether you love or hate that game, probably the latter, given its reputation. There's no denying it had a lot of interesting ideas behind it, but not really the best execution. And the Saga series would go on to kind of build on those ideas and refine the execution and really carve out its own unique identity with its open-ended approach to the turn-based RPG formula. So, as for this game, we opened up in sort of the present day. We saw a character in the middle there known as the Minstrel, who is a recurring character in the Romancing Saga games. He is serenading us with a ballad of the history of the Kingdom of Avalon and its multi-generational battle against the 7 heroes. And throughout the game, we take control of various characters that sit on the throne of Avalon, and we start off with this guy here, King Leon. He has 2 sons, Gerard and Victor. We're going to be alternating between Leon and Victor for the first leg of the run, the first few minutes. And the rest of our starting party is rounded out by, you could think of them as generic character classes. After Gerard and Leon's time in the spotlight, the throne's going to get thrown over to them, and they're going to carry the rest of the run until the very end when the Last Ruler comes into play. And
one really cool mechanic about this game is like each emperor gives like their abilities to the next emperor through a something we're going to learn later on called inheritance magic.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's going to come into play in about maybe 7-8-ish minutes or so. yeah, that's a very unique mechanic to this game, and our party is going to be constantly rotating party members. You're not really... Oops, don't want to save over that one. That's my safety save.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right. So yeah, this is our first dungeon. As you can see, we have enemies we need to avoid, not just to go fast, but there's also a mechanic that looks at our number of battles called generation skipping, which we'll bring that up later as well. But basically what you need to know is I need to be mindful of the number of battles I get into along the way. That's actually very good
encounter dodging right there.
Yeah.
Because not only does this game keep track of the number of encounters needed, we actually need a minimum amount by the end of a certain time period in the game. We also can't go over a certain number or else we miss the generation skip. Exactly,
and so it's usually best to avoid battles as much as possible, then get into any remaining battles you have left at the very end when you know it's safe and you have the skip secured. And then it'd break the other one.
So, so here, King Leon is bringing Gerard to get some battle experience by clearing out the this cave of the Huntsman, I believe is what they call it. Watchman, sorry. And Leon went down.
Oh yeah, we'll bring him back up because he's kind of the main workhorse right now.
Oh yeah, like everyone else does a little bit of damage. Gerard is in the back doing the least amount of damage. He's essentially a heal bot for now. And down he goes.
Yeah. So yeah, we open the battle up with a light ball to try and inflict darkness on all the enemies to try and increase our survivability, but sometimes that doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was more or less an okay fight.
Yeah, typically that fight takes around about 3 turns. That was about a 4-turn one.
Yeah.
Because we had to bring Leon back up.
Yeah, him getting focused was rather unfortunate. But yeah, a nice thing about this game, whenever we clear a dungeon, all the enemies will disappear as we make our way back to Avalon. We also picked up a Bastard Sword that's going to be a damage upgrade for Leon, but once we return, we find that things are not quite as we left them. Something that happened in the earlier cutscenes is there was a seer named Oriev who came and visited Leon, claiming that one of the 7 heroes, Kazinci, who we see right here, was going to attack, and Leon kind of dismissed her warning as hogwash, said he had better things to do, but as we can see, there was actually some substance to that warning. And while he was away, Kazinci attacked and killed his eldest son, Victor, with his signature move called Soul Steal. And we just saw a little red number show up on Victor. Would you care to explain what that's all about, Rack?
Sure. That's a SaGa Frontier staple known as life points. This game has hit points and life points. Once you lose all of your hit points, you start taking LP damage. When you lose all of your LP in this game, your character dies. They are just dead. You cannot use any sort of thing like a Phoenix Down on them. They are just gone. Mm-hmm. If your Emperor dies, then you get a new Emperor. That's after a few... Yeah. After this next section coming up is the one that will start.
Yeah.
And
so, yeah, that's once the inheritance magic is introduced, which will be happening right after this. So now, Leon.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that's
what's up?
Sorry, I was just saying that was a really good start, and then you got one right at the very end there.
I mean, I'll take that.
Yeah. So this is Somon. This actually has the hardest encounter dodging in the entire game, and we have to go through it twice at the beginning.
Yes, we do.
We're gonna be using pause buffering, as you can see, it's gonna pause and come up and down. So we're gonna try to do that to get around the encounters as best we can. This right here, okay, go out through. Getting past those 2 dogs is probably the most difficult part of Somon.
Yeah, and then we do that encounter list, and then we get into battles here. That's okay. Also, I'm at that's 3.
You got yes, that's 3.
Yeah, one in the entrance and then 2 there. So yeah, like you mentioned, throughout the run, I need to keep track of my encounters in order to manipulate the generation skips at various points. So that's kind of the importance of that.
Okay, so there we're loading up everyone that's not Leon with healing items and throwing the Bastard Sword onto Leon. We're going to try and fight Kazinci.
Emphasis on try.
Yeah. This can be a rough fight. Focusing on Leon trying to do as much damage as possible with double cut and with a little bit of supplemental damage from our archer on the bottom. Everyone else defends and heals as necessary.
Yeah, they're supposed to defend. I accidentally queued up attacks, but yeah, we'll get a demonstration why they should just be defending. it was just for demonstration purposes.
Yeah. Oh. Alright, if Leon's ever getting close to getting down here, we just have Gerard throw a bomb onto him.
Yeah. That's mostly what Gerard's here for right now, just to provide support.
Alright, so once he says this is great, next turn he will do a scripted attack, so now we just have everyone defend.
Yep. At this point, the fight's pretty much over because this is one of those fights. Our favorites, scripted losses. And so, Kaczynski busts out the Soul Steal, and then need to make sure I hit the second. There we go. Just for a little less dialogue.
Yeah, the first option just gets you a little bit more dialogue as Leon just yells at you.
He's like, "Listen to your father, Gerard. I sacrificed my life for this. You better carry on the legacy." Yeah.
Someone did bring up this in the chat. There are very few ways to get your LP back in this game compared to other games. That is very true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whenever you rest at an end, your LP does not recover, so any LP damage you take sticks. The only way to heal LP is with Anima Droughts, which are very rare items, rare consumables you'll get. So, yeah, during this cutscene, Leon reveals that he let himself get hit with Soul Steal so that he could devise a counter technique on the spot, and with Oriev's inheritance magic, he's now going to pass that knowledge on to his son Gerard and entrust him to carry on the battle against the Seven Heroes in his stead. And unfortunately, while Leon was on his deathbed, some goblins are now taking advantage of the situation and attacking Avalon. So Gerard's going to muster up what troops he can and try and fight them off. But first,
before we do that, we need some stuff.
Yes,
so
and I need to give my right arm a nice good workout. There we go.
Yeah, it's just mashing the A button over and over again.
Yeah, probably about
A for me. I use an Xbox controller when I run. So
yeah, I use a Hori fight pad, or was it Hori Fighting Commander? I think.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just about the best controller I have. Wait, no, we need free for all. There we go. Yeah, the best D-pad I have access to right now. And then we remove this. All right. So yeah, that we had an impending vacancy in our party since Leon went and bit the bullet. We replaced him with the male court mage, which is just one of many classes you can recruit into your party.
Also, during this section, Orion's going to be trying to get the encounters with these goblins on their flank. This way he gets to attack first and doesn't get his own formation broken.
Exactly. Yeah, there's you don't get like an indicator that you got the flank attack, but rest assured, like you do get a speed bonus if you approach an enemy from the side or from behind.
Mm-hmm.
And something else we can talk about is kind of character stats and how they get stronger. The game doesn't kind of forgoes a traditional leveling system and instead has kind of a skill level system. Characters do have stats like strength and magic, but those are fixed and don't increase over the course of the game. Instead, characters get stronger, their max HP can increase after battle, and their skill levels can increase after battle. And for every weapon and different type of element of magic, they all have their own skill levels, and they go up the more you use them in battle, basically.
Right. And as you're using certain like attacks, then you have a chance of doing what's called sparking, which you learn new techniques in with whatever weapon that you're using. So, like if you're trying to attack with your fists, you have a chance of, say, like learning like corkscrew or something, which is another martial arts attack. Or if you're using a sword, you have a chance of learning sunder.
Mm-hmm. And we will be getting very acquainted with the sparking process later in the run.
Oh yes, we will.
Rest assured. Yes, well, we have a nice little training montage that we will be doing.
Also, this section that we're doing right now, we do have to defeat, I believe it's 8 encounters with goblins before the next event triggers.
Yeah.
We will be doing 7 of those fights, and then we're going to be taking an intentional death.
Because we want to swap out our party members at this point. One reason for that is because you've noticed I've been accumulating tech points after battles. Those are used to raise what are called your global skill levels. And global skill levels determine the starting skill levels of new party members. And early on, your global skill levels tend to increase a bit faster than your personal skill levels. So we are interested in... Oops, take that. We want to basically cycle out some of our party members, and unfortunately, the fastest way to do that is to wipe.
Yeah. Also, the type of party members that you can obtain, like you can get other types of characters, and they'll be in your castle to recruit later. We're just going with like the starting for now.
Exactly, and there's really only one character class that we're interested in recruiting to put in our party later. Alright, so that was Gerard's reign. Unfortunately, he didn't turn out to be a very capable ruler, so yeah.
He's Gerard the Kind, not Gerard the Mighty.
Exactly. So yeah, this is what happened with the inheritance magic. Whenever you lose in battle, it's not a game over. You'll be prompted to select a new heir to kind of pick up where the old party left off. And so before we do that, we're going to give our new ruler a friend. And yeah, let's go avenge our predecessor, shall we? I'm sure this will go a lot better than last time.
Absolutely nothing can go wrong here.
Alright, things are looking kind of grim. Oh, well.
Alright, good job, guys.
Nailed it.
So that was done. We went and recruited the male court mage in order to cycle to the next male court mage, Libra, here. Because the characters that you can cycle through are done in a fixed order.
Yeah, like each class has 8 different variations, each with their own unique name, stat block, starting skill levels, etc. And we really want Libra because he comes with a +3 to his wind magic skill. And with our global skill at level 2, that is going to mean he starts with a level 5 in his wind magic skill. And that's going to mean his Blades of Wind spell will be doing... Blades of Wind receives a tremendous damage boost at level 5. It goes from doing about 80 damage at level 4 to about 200 at level 5. And I'd
say it before this encounter, by the way.
No, we're fine. As long as we flank it, there's like no way we lose this.
I've lost a few runs from not getting the flank and then just wiping.
Yeah, nah. I totally get where you're coming from, though, and I appreciate it. Like, I think I even told you, like, please do remind me to safety save at various points in the run. Yeah, so, yeah, that makes Goblin number 8. And yeah, we are ready to try and get our run back with Kazinsi. And our 5th slot is going to get filled by this blue-haired individual here named Hector.
Yeah, Hector's a mercenary. We're going to get well acquainted with that specific class.
Yep.
We're going to be getting them quite often. Now we go back to Somo, and we're going to do the exact same dodging as we did last time. Or at least attempt it. Did you save the save before starting this?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think I... See? Oh, I missed my pause buffer. That happens a lot, since input buffering in this game is shaky at best, to say the least. It's kind of hard. Yeah. It's kind of hard to put into words. I think I see an opening. As long as I don't.
You're also getting up. You're getting close to the minimum number.
I believe I'm at 8 now. Which
you're at 8 right now.
Yeah. We'll let it rock. I should be okay up here. Okay.
Yeah, definitely save before the doggy door.
Oh, yes. Alright. Will the dogs cooperate this time as well?
Actually, I got 2 different counters going in case you decide to...
there we go.
To reset, so I have like the number you have before your last safety save and one like after it.
Yes, thank you very much for that, by the way.
No problem.
All right,
I have lost runs by getting just too many encounters after losing track.
Same, yeah, that is definitely like the biggest hurdle of trying to learn. Oops, I did not make it to the door. There we go.
There we go.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely like one of the biggest hurdles. Is dodging the encounters. Like that's probably the most demanding like skill aspect of the run. Right. Bombs for everybody. Get your bombs here. We're going to make another safety save, and yeah, let's get our run back with Kazinsi.
Alright, so during this fight, we did change formations to the Imperial Cross formation. This is more likely that the person directly in the front is going to be taking the brunt of the damage. So we don't want Libra to die here, because Libra is doing most of the damage here. Mm-hmm. We're also looking to see if we can spark specific moves. Like, the Hector can learn Double Cut, which will definitely help out for this fight and the last fight of this generation.
Yep.
Libra getting stunned over and over again is just not cool.
Like, I think the AI kind of has a hard-on for whoever your ruler is for this fight.
That's a bad spark.
Yeah, as we can see, Kazinsi doesn't have any legs, so he has nothing to trip. So that's why that misses. Not gonna lie, this could be going a little better.
Yeah, this is going quite rough right now. We did load up bombs on every character though, just so that everyone can heal if necessary.
At least you didn't get stunned there.
Alright, when he says you've got better, we essentially have 2 turns to just dump as much damage as we possibly can onto him. He also starts to regenerate health at this point.
Yep. And he's also going to try and bust out the Soul Steal, but he says we can't dodge it, but little does he know we can. This is the technique that Leon sacrificed his life to learn, and apparently it turned out to avoid Soul Steal, all you had to do was just a little pirouette in place, and you'll be okay. Alright, so that was the second Soul Steal. After this, Kazinsi's going to realize it's not going to work, and he's going to go back to attacking us again.
Kind of a little unlucky with Sparks, though, with Liza and Hector.
Yeah, Liza, it's nice if she can get aim, but not necessary, but we really would like to see Double Cut on Hector. That makes the next boss fight a lot smoother. Well,
there's aim, at least.
Better late than never, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just try and end it. This should do it. There we go.
And you got, I believe you're up to 9 encounters right now, by the way.
Yep. So that's the minimum I need to be at right now. So I can't. We're coming up on the end of what's referred to as the first generation. This is going to be the first generation skip I need. After the next boss we fight, if our encounters are between 9 and 13, we will get the skip, and that's what we're after. So we need to make sure we stay within that range. But yeah, we've got a bit of a breather now. Yeah, after defeating Kazinsi, we've kind of secured the homeland, and Kazinsi's return has kind of heralded the return of the other heroes who are in other parts of the world, kind of causing problems of their own. And Avalon is taking it upon themselves to wage war on the heroes and bring peace to the world. So that's kind of what we are doing, but we got to make our way to the rest of the world first. And that starts by liberating the Canal Fortress. And,
so here we're going to be talking to the barkeep and then another person in the bar to unlock some areas. You unlock more of the map by either talking with people or like taking a boat somewhere. There's many different things you can do to unlock more of the map.
Yeah, like the game follows a very non-linear structure. We have a lot of different options as to where to go, what to do, etc. Really giving the player a lot of agency in how they play. In fact, the event we're doing right now actually has 3 different routes we can take, but obviously since we're speedrunning, we're taking the most direct approach, which is sneaking in via the boat. We're going to sneak in through the waterway and make our way to the top to take out the boss here. And the boss coming up is unironically the most difficult fight in the run.
Oh yeah, the Vicar is known for just destroying runs.
Oh, perfect.
That was a good opening right there.
Yes, it was. Yeah, whenever you open that door, a bunch of enemies will ambush you, so dropping a safety save there if you're running a little high on encounters is highly encouraged.
Like, we can still get into a couple, we just would rather not at this point because we're at the minimum already.
Yeah, and since this is a marathon, we can never be too safe. So we want the 5th door from the left. Yeah, okay, good.
Okay.
Alright, so before this, we are going to restock everyone's bombs, change our formation up a little bit, drop a hot save, and the true boss of the run, the Vicar and his pet lizards.
Yeah, so here we moved our court mage to the front of the party, and essentially Liza's in the back of the party just throwing bombs on her the entire time. The hope is that all of the damage gets thrown onto the court mage, which we got a little bit of damage put on our ranger on the top.
Yeah, I also made a bit of a mistake. I should have had Henry attack the green lizard since I don't have double cut sparked on him, but we'll try and play it out. As long as Libra and Hector stay alive, that was a good miss. We should be okay. Yeah, at the end of this turn, we should have everyone up and the green lizards down, so we're in okay shape right now.
And once Liza's finished with her bomb, she's going to switch over to aim.
Yeah, not because we want her doing something else, but because she has no bombs left.
Yeah. It's also, like, we try to get to use id break on the Vicar, but unfortunately Henry went down before that could happen.
Oh, yeah, thank you for reminding that. I honestly lost track of that. I didn't remember if he landed the confuse or not. Yeah, that's just to provide a little bit of crowd control.
Yeah, id break causes confusion if it hits. Unfortunately, it's just not today.
Alright, well, maybe Liza will finish it off. Okay, good. Alright, we should be in the clear now. There we go. Yeah, once we get down to the Pyrorex, as long as we have at least 3 people alive, the fight's usually in the bag. Because this thing can only attack 1 at a time. Although I just realized our Court Mage only has 1 LP left. No, you need to double stab. So if she goes down, she's not coming back up.
I don't recall if that's going to affect Emperors in the second generation. After second generation, we know exactly what Emperors we're going to be getting.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if she gets LP killed at this point. It's just something that's not really ever happened before. This is actually a really slow fight, but
hey, it's a first try fight though.
Yeah,
sometimes that's all you need.
We take those all day.
I think my current PB has like a second attempt where I had to like close the game and reopen it.
Yep. But yeah, that's going to mark the end of the first generation, which is probably the hardest part of the run. So that's definitely a huge sigh of relief on my end. And then we're going to get a little...
Also, right there where it says 50 years later, if we had gotten just a few more encounters, that would not have happened, and we'd still be on Libra as our Emperor.
Yeah, and basically, yeah, we need to force the generation skip now to set up for the next skip later. So it's more of just a routing optimization. If we didn't get it, we could technically salvage it, but I'll be honest, I would not know how to do that on the spot. So it's good that we went ahead and got
that's
that.
Totally fine. You just run outside and get 16 more encounters.
All right. So yeah. Let's see. So yeah, now that we have taken the Canal Fortress, the world's really opened up. We have a lot of different places we can go. We talked to the advisor. He kind of gives a few hints on areas that need some help, and we are going to make our way to the town of Mobelm to take care of a problem they're having with people called armed merchants, but let's be honest, they're pirates. But first...
They're totally not pirates.
Yeah. First, we're going to buy a couple of swords, and this is a really nice ship. Don't you think so?
Oh yeah, very nice ship.
Do you think I should take it?
I think the Empire needs it more than they do.
Yeah, let's take the boat, shall we? So yeah, we're going to save before this fight because we can actually lose this. Kind of a recurring theme here. All right.
One great thing about like most of the SaGa games is being able to save wherever you are.
It enables us to take some very risky strats. Because of that, we can drop a hot save like in a matter of literal seconds. Like SaGa Frontier, you press one button and save in just a few frames, and your run is saved.
And that allows you to do some extremely risky things, like, you know, not buff yourself up before all of the bosses.
Exactly. Alright, so we're making our way to the Armed Merchant's hideaway, but first we have to sail through their very elaborate waterway maze, carefully designed to keep intruders out.
Okay, I didn't realize you could go straight down there and just get here faster.
Okay. Wait, so what route were you taking?
There's a slightly longer route you can do by going a little bit, like, you have to go around some more of the enemies. I didn't know you could go straight down there.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, no, that greatly that greatly trivializes things. So yeah, this is the leader of the Armed Merchants, and by completing this event, we have now added the Armed Merchants to our available classes. And you're also looking at one of our future emperors, because we're going to make him one of our emperors, to teach our party a new formation called Rapid Stream, which is universally considered the best formation in the game.
Every single type of character you can recruit will get you a new formation if you go to a certain character in your castle.
Yeah,
and Rapid Stream allows us to go first in any combat.
Yeah, not every new class has a formation to teach, but most typically do. But yeah, the Armed Merchant is the only one that gives Rapid Stream, and it is vital to this run. But we're going to be getting that later, because we have another segment of the run coming up. Oh boy, the one I am dreading this part the most.
So, SaGa games are also known for heavy RNG. And we're about to go to one of two heavy RNG sections in the second generation. We're going to go to the Maze of Memory, and we're going to try to get an item called the Wind Ring.
Yes, there is one ring to rule them all. That is the Wind Ring. So,
if I recall, this is exclusive to the remaster.
Yes, the Maze of Memory was added strictly for the remaster, just kind of in an optional area. Lots of cool items you can get here. The treasure chest contents are randomized, however, and
we can quick save before going inside, and that will change the contents of that treasure chest that he's going to. And we're looking for the Wind Ring. Anything else is an immediate restart.
Exactly.
Unfortunately for us, the Wind Ring has a 5% chance of being in the treasure chest.
Yeah, well, so that's just an estimation, but I would say it's like a 5% chance at best of being in this chest.
So yeah, we're save scumming to try to get that.
Yeah, this part of the run can be over in a matter of seconds. It can be over in a matter of minutes.
I think there's a screenshot of the SaGa Discord. No, wait, that was for the next RNG section. But I once had a 25-minute Wind Ring grind here.
Yeah, my personal best is maybe a second try Wind Ring, which was about 20 seconds. My worst was about a 68 try, which took about 20 minutes. But I should go ahead and preface this by saying, if we do end up getting the cursed RNG, I do have a couple of backup saves on deck in the event that this goes on for a little too long, in the interest of making sure we keep the marathon on schedule. But obviously I'd like to preserve the integrity of the run and not resort to that if I don't have to. So I think I decided I would give this maybe like 10 minutes or so and kind of play it by ear, see where we end up. Hopefully we'll see it sooner.
If you see a SaGa game in a marathon, and you look at the estimation and you look at like the average runtime, you're like, why is it so high? It's because of things like this.
Exactly. Like, what do you mean your PB is a 115? That's a 20-minute buffer. This is exactly why. It's the single largest contributing factor to my estimate buffer. So,
There's one other heavy RNG section after this. We'll get into it when we get there.
Yeah,
but like that is another reason why the estimate can be quite high.
Oh,
there it is.
Money. All right. The RNG gods have smiled upon us. All right, and so yeah, now we can get on with the run. And yeah, at this point, we are going to take another defeat. We're basically taking a death warp. We can't go back the way we came, so we're going to let ourselves get defeated and get a one-way trip back to Avalon. And hopefully, one of our heirs is going to be the armed merchant, so we can go ahead and get that out of the way. There he is. Excellent.
There he is. Yes, Enrique.
Yes. Say hello to Enrique.
From this point on, all of the emperors, other than the last empress, will be armed merchants.
Yes, but his reign's not going to be very long though, because something else we need to do before advancing to the next thing is we need to cycle through the male mercenaries. So we are going to take our new party here, and then we're going to make. Actually, I should.
You don't need a safety save if the armed merchant is your emperor.
Yeah.
If you have any other emperor, you do need a safety save.
Yeah, I'm so used to not getting the armed merchant at this point. Like, that's just ingrained into my muscle memory. All right.
Yeah.
Say hello to our new emperor, Magellan. And like all the character classes have kind of like themed names. Like all the armed merchants are like named after like ship captains. Like I think all the male court mages are named after zodiacs. I think
zodiac signs. The female ones are named after like gemstones.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, so coming up. Wait, no, I need the mercenary. Who says mercenary?
You need the male one. So there you're getting the female light infantry, the male mercenary, and both court mages.
That's right. So yeah, we are now setting up for the other RNG hurdle of the run, which is the martial arts grind. We're about to take our party on a nice little training montage. And we're going to go punch a big statue for a couple minutes. And this is to, going back to what Rack was saying about sparking, we need to learn a few martial arts moves. I don't think we mentioned either. The reason we got the Wind Ring was to set up for the main glitch of this run. That is the first ingredient. And the second ingredient is the martial arts. Before that, we need to teach our party Feint. And then Kit to the top 3. Alright, now we can mosey on over to the statue.
The Rocky theme would be very appropriate here, considering what we're about to fight.
Exactly. I debated on singing "Eye of the Tiger" during the martial arts grind.
So essentially, we're going to be looking to spark 6 moves in that fight in particular. And then after it, we do need to spark 1 more, but we can't spark it during that fight, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, you can, but it's highly not recommended.
Yeah, I would not try. Considering the moves it can do, I wouldn't think about it.
Exactly. And the move we need to get doesn't have the highest spark rank, so it's pretty easy to get from like any battle. It's just it has very awkward sparking requirements, since the character has to get hit while they have a punch action queued up, but if they've already acted, then they can't learn it.
Right. And it's possible to learn it beforehand, and obviously that saves time, because when you're wanting to intentionally wipe your party, you're just punching, so you have a chance of learning either key meditation or counter. Either one works.
Yep. That serves as the 9th one that we need. Right, and we need to give everyone florets. You need to forget all of these except for Feint and Kick. And yep, that's good.
Drop that save.
All right. It's the Eye of the Tiger. It's the thrill of the fight.
So here there are 6 moves that we are looking to learn. Achilles, the male mercenary, is the only one who can learn 2 of them, and Shirley, the female light infantry, is the only one who can learn 1 of them.
That's right.
And, If I recall, it's what, dual gunner for Shirley, and then it's paralyzed and dazed for Achilles.
Yep, that's correct.
There's one, Sobot.
There's another corkscrew.
Corkscrew, here we go.
Achilles didn't get the memo.
And the reason why we pick the Guardian here is because he's very prone to being fainted and stunned. So we essentially try to stun lock him while we learn more moves.
Yep, and with the rapid stream formation, our party is always going to go first, so we don't have to worry about getting outsped. What's up?
Did you accidentally use your axe, or was that intentional?
I'm trying to get, or since I have corkscrew and Sobat already, I am going to try and fish for dimensional break.
Oh, okay. You see, you're a lot braver than I am. Whenever that happens with me, I immediately try to start using feint, and that's a problem.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So, it would be a problem normally because only the main character is allowed to issue the flee command, but there's a menu glitch that we can do to by delivering two inputs at the same time. We can select the flee command in that second slot with other characters. The command's actually there. It's just hidden. Yeah, you can fish for Key Blast. So, in the second generation, we have a lot of extra encounters available to us, so we can afford to kind of play it safe for this. If somebody goes down, we'll just flee and reset the fight, and we also make periodic saves so that we don't have to relearn everything from the ground up.
Right. So, loading days there, you're up to now 4 moves, I believe?
Yep.
Key Blast, it's 5.
So,
I was hoping that was paralyzed right there, just get it done.
Yeah. That would have been an amazing martial arts grind. Alright, time to reset.
Yeah. So that counts as 2 additional encounters, correct?
Yeah, this is going to make 2. Alright, yeah, you'll attack. You have everything you need, so you can switch to feint, and still waiting on that paralysis. Oh, if we were doing NMG, time-lapse would actually be nice to see, but we're not doing that category. In the NMG route, we actually tried to learn Reverse Delta in this fight, because that's kind of the main damage dealer we do on that route, but that's not what we're doing today. And there we go.
Oh, there it is. That's a really good martial arts grind.
Yeah, but we still do need to get Key Meditation, so we're not completely out of the woods yet. But this is the hard part done.
So unfortunately, trying to get Key Meditation is going to add encounters.
Yep, but again, child, please. Thank you. We have a bunch of extra encounters to burn, though, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I will go ahead and just kind of play it safe. Come on, bird.
I will say that child saw the Final Fantasy 1 run and was like, I want to be like that NPC, and just blocked us.
So I try to run into enemies here to have my formation broken so we don't get rapid stream speed bonus, since we do need to get hit to try and trigger Key Meditation. Excellent.
And there it is. Alrighty.
Alright, so now
the RNG gods were in your favor this run.
Yeah, I'm actually quite pleased with how things are going right now. I actually don't have a timer. Oops. We can't go that way. I actually don't have a timer in front of me, but I can already tell, since we gotten the RNG hurdles out of the way, we're definitely going to be a little bit underestimate. We're at 5. I would say by at least 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, luckily, once we close out the second generation, the run becomes much smoother sailing. Like, most of the difficulty of the run is kind of front-loaded in the first half. And we talk to her to open up this town on the world map later. Also, my favorite part of the run, oh no!
No, no! Yeah, the desert has some quick areas you can get on there.
Yeah, don't worry, there's another one we'll do later.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's you I need to talk to. We're going to talk to you 7 times. Although she keeps moving away.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Because enemies are going to come out.
Yep. So yeah, normally those guards are kind of patrolling the balcony, so but talking to that NPC a few times gets them to come out, so we don't have to worry about dealing with them on our way up. So, yeah, I'm at 6. So we need... we have the boss of this tower coming up right inside here. Once we do that, we will be set up for the generation skip to the 3rd generation.
Yeah, and most of the time you end up just having to like grind your face against an enemy or two here before fighting. So
that's,
8.
Yep, 8.
9.
Yeah, we need to get to 11. So this is actually okay.
10.
I hope the one on the left didn't block me.
11.
Wow, I think that's going to be perfect, actually.
Yeah.
So as long as we occupy that space first, there we go.
There you go, perfect. Alright, so during this fight, we're going to be doing a similar tactic that we did against the Guardian. We're going to be stun locking this boss. We're also going to be trying to learn a move that's nice to have. It's not necessary, but it's nice to have, called Dimensional Break.
Yeah, that was something I was trying to fish for in the... Just making sure I queue up the right commands here. Yeah, that was something I was trying to fish for in the Guardian once Magellan learned everything he could from martial arts. We did get Cut Timber, which actually gives us a better chance of getting Dimensional Break, so we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. If we get it, it does save some time in some of the later fights, but it's more of a luxury to have.
Yes, it's definitely not necessary, but it's free time save, essentially.
It's free real estate.
Now, what Dimensional Break does, it targets all the enemies on the screen, and all non-boss enemies have a chance of just instantly dying.
Yep. The chance is pretty minimal, but we have some battles where we're going to be fighting, like, 4 to 6 enemies at a time, so it's very likely we can kill multiples of them in one go.
Alright, no Dimensional Break this time.
Yeah, that's alright. But we're going to be getting something very soon that's capable of instant death. Won't we?
Yes, we will. This is where we do the main glitch of the run.
This is the fun part. And,
so
also I need to make sure I remember to close my game and restart it to flush the memory to make this work, since I haven't had a hard reset up to this point. So
we do need to, like you said, we do need to flush the memory of the game by closing it and booting it back up. After that, he's going to set up his inventory and go to a specific page where just the wind ring is on the screen. And then we're going to go to the skill trainer, go to the martial arts, and if you use the mouse and the controller at the same time and click on the same spot, it'll shift over to the next page on a spot you're not supposed to be on. And that will get us to learn a very powerful ability.
It's one that we've already seen before, and one you're not supposed to be able to learn, but through the use of this glitch, we will make it our own. Alright, so now we need that wind ring at the top of the page. Let's see.
I don't know if you need to boot it back up on stream or not.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, we're ahead on Esmond. I can do that for you real quick. Don't mind me. Oh, I don't want to turn on my camera. Discord, please.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi. Dang it, where is OBS? Alright, let me switch. Actually, yeah, that should work. Alright, we're gonna close our... we're gonna close the equipment menu with the wind ring at the top there. Gonna deliver our 2 inputs at the same time to select this blank slot. And the game doesn't really know how to handle this. And to be quite honest, no one really knows the finer technical details on how this works, but the result is it's going to point to Soulsteel, and we're going to teach it to our entire party.
So that ability that Kaczynski used to just one-shot anyone, every single character on our team has it now.
That they do. And we're about to, and this is the fruits of our labor in the second generation, which was used mostly to set up for this glitch here. And so now we don't like
this is
part.
some really difficult dodging, in my opinion.
Yeah, this can either go really well or really horribly.
I actually have a question while we're both here doing this. Do these encounters have an effect on the generation skips?
If you
I know after this point.
Yeah, before it, no. But if you do get into too many, I believe you can trigger the skip early, which, since we have Soul Steel, it really doesn't matter too much. It's just, you're just going to have to, like, reconfigure your party, which just adds time. And,
gotcha.
yeah. So this is what the rest of our battles are going to look like. And real quick, we're going to save here, because now I am on a strict encounter limit. Until I end the fourth generation, or the third generation rather, I can only afford 4 encounters. There we go. Getting
Nice.
here encounterless is very nice.
It's not only just 4, it's 4 encounters specifically after the gel.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's talk about a little why this works. So, yeah, you were never intended to learn Soul Steel. In fact, with the glitch, you can. This isn't the only move you can learn with that glitch. Depending on what item you store at the top of that second page and which blank slot you select, it's going to point to several. It can point to several unobtainable techs, typically ones that enemies have, and it just so happens that combination we used points to Soul Steel. And we need...
And it's a martial arts ability. You don't need any weapon on to use it. You just go.
Exactly. And the reason why we needed 9 martial arts specifically was to open up that second page on the dojo.
Alright. So we went back to that town to talk to an old man in the tavern to unlock Tefel. Then we go to Tefel to talk to an old man there, which unlocks the gemstone mine.
Yeah. So in addition to defeating the 7 heroes, we also do need to do a couple of events to open up the way to the final area of the game, which is in the southwesternmost corner of the world.
Safety save, by the way.
Oh, yep. And, yeah, natural essence. Because these lizards are fast. Very fast. All right, perfect. I took a bit of a gamble, but it paid off.
Yeah, right there, since we only have 4 encounters, those lizards can very quickly eat those.
That they can. Alright. But yeah, so since you were never intended to learn Soul Steel, the devs never bothered to implement any sort of immunities on any of the enemies. So, yeah, that is why they are instantly falling, no questions asked.
Yep. Why would you make someone immune to something that you don't know your players are going to use, right?
Exactly. You want to build a university in this economy? I don't think so.
Unfortunate. I love that line for some reason.
Yeah. Alright, so... yeah, we're pretty deep into the run, like, probably over halfway, and we still haven't fought any of the 7 heroes, besides Kazinci at the start, and spoiler alert, he's going to come back later. So it's about time we got started on that, don't you think?
Yes, Kazinci's just taking a nap right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's one. That should be okay, like, this gen has actually been going amazing so far, so...
Yeah, but the final floor on this generation can be pretty awful.
Yeah, I like to save at least 1 extra for that. We're going to go into this tower. We have to climb the tower, and then we have to descend it from the inside. And along the way, we have a bunch of battles that we have to fight, and there's no way to skip them.
Yeah, these fights are like already like calculated into how many encounters we need to take. So that's why we say can only take 4 extra encounters. These are forced.
Yes. Yeah, just to kind of simplify the mental load of, yeah, any mandatory battles that we have to do don't get factored in, so it's less stuff to keep track of. And I should absolutely mention that, 1 second, as I just gotta remember to do that after every battle. I should mention that, I guess, the glitch to learn Soul Steel was originally discovered by a former Japanese runner turned glitch hunter by the name of Parukoro, and it was none other than Catclaw that implemented this into a speedrun. In fact, Cat Claw is the main reason why I know what I know about running this game in the first place. So tremendous shout outs to both of them and for their contributions for like not just this game but SaGa speedrunning in general.
There are many guides for many other SaGa games written by Cat Claw. Cat Claw is probably one of the most prominent routers of the game.
Yes,
like, well, of the series anyway.
Yeah, Cat Claw is a legend. Plain and simple. I hope they're doing well wherever they are, by the way.
Yeah, they unfortunately haven't been active in a while now.
Yeah. But yeah, like basically this run would not be possible without Cat Claw. So I owe everything to them. So
also, we were trying to learn Dimensional Break. Dimensional Break would make these fights in particular be the ones that go faster.
Yeah.
Since
Natural Essence. Since the enemies in these formations, they typically come in anywhere between 3 and 6. So D-Break has a very good chance of taking out more than just one, which speeds up this process. But yeah, this should be the last battle we have to do, and now we get to descend the interior of the tower.
Yeah, that's the last forced battle before the bosses we have to fight here.
Yep, so...
don't forget to use another essence.
Oh yes, thank you. Wait, I just did, right? No, I did not. Thank you. This is exactly why I have you on deck. And I am grateful for your assistance. There we go.
Not a problem. The nice dodging there.
Yeah, some of the enemies in this game do have fixed movement patterns, and the snakes, they take a few steps before stopping. So that's kind of why I knew I could take that risk there, just going right past it.
Also, some enemy sprites will actually do different things. Like the dragons will move normally for a little bit, and then they'll fly forward.
Exactly.
They'll like burst forward and move faster. The dogs do the same thing.
Yes. This is the basement. We need to lure you. Oh, come on. This is too easy. Come on. I mean, not that I'm gonna complain, but only in a marathon, right?
Okay. Yeah. Like, if you're trying to go for, like, PVs or whatever, that room will almost always mess you up. I've never seen it that free before.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, neither have I. So yeah, this is one of the 7 heroes. This is Rock Bouquet. She asks us for a favor, but we say, I am helpless, and she doesn't like that, so, we're gonna
She tries to fight us.
Yeah.
And then,
she does her best.
We just say no.
Exactly. Hey, you know your friend Kazinci? Yeah, he taught us a little something.
Also, in this fight, your Emperor is the only one using Soul Steel. Everyone else is using just different weapons to raise their tech points.
Mm-hmm. And that is to ultimately increase their max SP for the future generations, since your character's max SP is determined by their weapon skill levels. So the higher...
Also, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you can go ahead.
We do have to redo the glitch for every new generation.
Yeah, just
for everyone except the Emperor.
Yeah, since he inherits the skills from the previous ruler, he doesn't need to relearn Soul Steel, but everyone else does. But luckily, we still have the Wind Ring's memory stored, so we do not need to set that up. We can just go straight to the dojo to relearn it. But yeah, so that marked the end of the 3rd generation. Now we're on to the 4th, which, like I said earlier, the game kind of gets easier, or rather this run gets easier the further you get into it. There's really only one part of this run that's going to be a little sketch. Oops, didn't get it. I didn't get it either. Please. There we go. I think my mouse went to sleep or something.
It happens.
Alright. And before we go anywhere, just make sure we select Rapid Stream, and yeah, we go to Fall. We're going to unlock the North Nazel region, I think it's called.
Yep.
And then we're going to go fight Dontarg.
Also, this generation's a little different. There's 2 different sections where you have 2 different number of encounters that you can get into.
Oh yeah, Yeah, I think if you get into too many battles with Dontar, you'll get the skip too early, but kind of like earlier, it just costs a little bit of time. Oops. There we go.
Yeah, like between now and Dawn Target, you can get up to 9 encounters. If you hit 9, then you get a skip.
Yeah, but luckily we don't go through too many dangerous areas where that will be...
Oh man, please.
Yeah, I kind of missed him there. So yeah, this is... Dontarg actually has some pretty interesting mechanics that determine where he appears. If anyone's played this game casually before, you may have run into him in one of these caves and probably got mollywopped by him. Because he is one of the stronger of the heroes. And sometimes he just shows up and he prevents you from completing some of these events, and it's just a bad time. But we're a little bit more prepared this go around. And that was easy. Alright.
And pretty much once you get Soul Steel, it's just like, oh, you're this all-powerful being? Nope, dead.
Exactly. It really does underscore the difficulty of this game, like, casually.
Yeah. Oh, and all of these 7 heroes have a second form. We just don't see them.
Yeah, we see Wagnus' second form, at least, but, oh, whoops. Didn't need to do that. Yeah, Wagnus, we see his second form because we save him for last, and whoever you save for last always has their second form. And I guess we also see Kazinski's too, but there's no way around that.
Yeah. And so, talking to that child unlocks the Mu Tundra, which, talking to that man, opens up the South Oubliette. Here we can only get into up to 4 encounters.
That's right. So this is the area I said that was a little sketch. So do need to be a little careful through here.
Yeah. I also found out that if you try to make that one of those jumps between the rocks, and you get into an encounter, and as you get into that encounter, an enemy moves directly behind you, you just get stuck.
Oh, menu, please. Actually, funny you mentioned that. That actually happened in one of my recent attempts as well.
Oh yeah.
Needless to say, that was a reset. Oh, I should save.
Yeah,
so
I'm at save here.
1. All right, we're good here. I'm playing with fire here, but we'll see.
Especially where you have that safety save and where the enemies are at, that is pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. All right.
4.
Yeah. So as long as I don't get into any more, I'll be fine. We get away.
There's a few lizards that can get you.
Yeah.
All right.
Please. All right. Good. So this is the boss. Well, quote-unquote boss, even though there it is. Yeah. Navigating battle menus in this game is a bit of a challenge, since it's set to a cursor memory by default, but all the menus kind of look the same. It's very easy to lose track of like where each party member was parked, and since your party is constantly changing in and out, you can't like memorize where it's going to be for very long. Then we go back here, and we're going to wrap up this event. All right.
Also, from this point on, we no longer need to worry about our encounter.
Exactly. Again, just reinforcing it only gets easier from here. Although, we technically, if we do get into some extra battles, it can throw off the next part a little bit, but it doesn't really matter too much. Next up is the Wandering Lake. Oh, whoops, no, we want Terra.
Yeah, you want Terra.
Yeah, that's okay. I just wanted to ride the sand slide one more time. Alright.
One of the areas you could have checked for was in that screen.
Yeah, but based on my encounters, it should be in either the west or the south. Because I'm doing fairly good on my encounters. I'm gonna check the west. So, I think it's gonna be in the south though. Yeah.
Alright, so this is called the Wandering Lake for a reason. Based on the number of encounters you have, it will appear in one of 3 different spots. There's also a chance of it being a mirage. But we can get around that if it is a mirage.
Yep. Doing this
by doing exactly what he's doing right now.
Yep. So every time we re-enter it like this, we're going to advance the counter. Oh shoot! I messed it up. That's okay. There we go. Yeah, so whenever it disappears, you normally have to re-enter the desert to make it appear again, but we can save on top of it and re-enter to keep advancing the counter until it lets us in. So that's that, and the reason we come here is so we can encounter Noel, another of the heroes. And Noel is actually one of the more reasonable of the heroes. Oops, and we need to have you all attack with weapons to build up your skills. Yeah, when you get to Noel, he actually gives you an option. You can parley with him, and he won't attack you. But if you defeat Rock Bouquet, who's actually his sister, before you get to him...
Don't forget the essence, by the way.
Thank you very much. I totally was about to forget that. Forgetting the essence isn't too big of a deal. It just makes the next segment a little easier. Oh, we just hopped over that woman.
Play a little leapfrog. Also, whee!
Yeah, the last slide of the run. It's not as good as the minecarts from Virtual Hide, but oops. Where am I going? Here. But we take what we can get.
Alright, so we're going to Miles. We're going to talk to this guy who says he's got a job for us.
Yeah, totally not.
I wonder what that job is. Totally not shifty at all, leaving you alone in this. Oh no!
You tricked me. I fall for it every time. All right, then need to make sure I select the second option here. There we go.
All right, so doing this will get us onto what's known as the land boat or
the land ship.
Land ship, sorry.
Yeah. Earlier, on our way to Salamat, we actually stopped by a little nomad village. We talked to them to get the land ship to appear, and we told them we were going to deal with the problem later. 100 years later, we're finally getting around to it. So yeah, we're going.
That is technically later.
Exactly. So yeah, this land ship is operated by Bokon, another of the heroes. This is just one way you can get in. It's kind of the quick and dirty route. You basically get kidnapped and forced to work on the ship. And in the process, your equipment, all of the stuff in your inventory gets taken away. But that's not a problem for us because Soul Steel is a martial arts. We just use our fists, even though we pull out a mace for the animation for no apparent reason.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, like if you're gonna try to do this way casually, good luck to you because, like you said before, all your stuff gets taken away.
Yeah. There are actually some treasure chests you can find on the ship that have some equipment, but yeah, it is definitely not the kind of the recommended way to do it. So we just need to make our way through. Oops. Missed my pause buffer there.
The movement in this game is a little weird. So like trying to get pause buffers at an exact moment can be rough sometimes.
Yeah, that's because while you are moving, the game doesn't really accept inputs. So there's only a brief window in between your steps that you can do the pause buffer.
Also, this fight is forced. That guard will not move at all.
Exactly. And a very small thing I did there was actually walked when I approached him, so my formation would not get broken. If you just run into him, then you'll lose Rapid Stream, and you can potentially wipe. Yeah, we got some rubber souls. So we go down here, we hold left and pray, and evidently we didn't pray hard enough, so we're just going to reset the room. If you try to go down to avoid the snakes, then those demons will come in, and yeah, you're not avoiding those.
This is just unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean the rest of the run's been going amazing, so we're bound. It's bound to happen at some point.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all. All right, there we go. It's only a matter of time.
There's like 2 other spots where something like that can happen, but it's not as bad in my opinion.
Oh yeah, the squid in the seal cave comes to mind.
Yep.
All right.
Like my first finish run of this had an enemy just blocking the door for like a solid 2 minutes. I'm like, can you not?
Like, bruh, please, you don't understand. I'm trying to do a speedrun here.
Yeah.
All right.
And with that,
That's-
like I said, we don't have to worry about encounters anymore because we're actually moving on to the final Empress.
Yes, once you defeat, not including the first Kazinsi, once you defeat 4 of the 7 heroes, you will be prompted to select your last ruler that we created at the start of the game. And we're also going to get informed that Kazinsi has returned, and also the inheritance magic no longer works, which is why they're referred to as the last ruler. So that means if our party wipes, if we're defeated, it is now a game over. But hopefully that won't happen. There's only one spot in the run where that could happen, but we're totally not going to see it. Totally not.
Excuse me.
All right.
So now Question's filling up the party with the same people we've been getting the last few times, but we are recruiting the female first for both mercenaries and light infantry.
Yeah, the only one that matters is the light infantry, because we just want 2 females in our lead positions.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
not to ask you the reason for that because I completely forgot.
all good. Yeah, the mercenary doesn't matter too much. I just do the females out of habit now. All right, so now we need to make our way to Toba, and getting to Toba from there is very roundabout, but we make it work. Alright, and then we talk to the diver. This is another character that we could recruit, but we don't really need to.
Also, we're gonna go right back on the boat that we commandeered, 200 years ago?
Yeah, 100, 200. It's just sitting there, waiting for us. Hasn't missed a beat. Like a good neighbor. It's always there.
And remember, you're gonna want to move immediately, because once you get control of the boat, there's gonna be enemies everywhere.
Yeah, we get a jump scare fish. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Surprise! So yeah, you gotta be on your toes to avoid that. Alright, so the reason we come here is to fight Subier. Again, another one of the heroes, and you'll never guess how we're going to defeat him. Take a wild guess. Yep, and we'll go ahead and queue up Soul Seal for everybody. I forgot Rapid Stream, but luckily we...
Oh no! Oh no! It still worked out, though.
Yeah.
Just put it on next, like when you get control again.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things in the run you can't forget, but yeah, what she said. Phew, glad we whoops, there we go.
That's a little loopsy. All right, so now we're gonna go to the sealed cave where we started the entire run at.
Yep.
Because this is where Kazinsi is just taking a long nap.
Yeah, he said he was going to slumber and return one day, and now he has kept true to his word. Right, we're just going to slowly pull this octopus out. There we go. I'm just going to weave through all these undead. Nice. None of them wanted to play. And we didn't get body blocked.
Right here, that squid just stood in front of those stairs for a solid 2 minutes, just like, what?
Definitely
my very first run of this game.
Definitely a bra moment.
Yeah.
Alright, so before we can fight Kazinsi, we do have to do a gauntlet of 3 battles before fighting him, and this is the main reason why we grind up our tech levels, so that we can give our party more SP to use Soul Steel. Because the only drawback of Soul Steel is it is rather expensive on the SP side of things.
Yeah, it locks in at 12 SP.
Yeah.
But we have someone asking, is Romancing Saga 2 different from Saga 2? Yes, it is. Saga 2 is a completely different game. Saga 2 is known as Final Fantasy Legends 2 in English-speaking regions because they changed the name of it. Yeah, it's a Game Boy game.
And then to add to the confusion, there's also Saga Frontier 2.
Yes.
But all the Saga games are kind of standalone and don't really have anything to do with each other. Like I don't think there's like even though Saga Frontier 2 is 2, it has nothing to do with Saga Frontier 1.
Exactly.
All right, so that is all but one of the heroes down. And once you've defeated 6, the last of the 7 heroes gets warped to the final area of the game, and that is where we're going to head next.
Not before we have some ice physics real quick.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we get it. Oh, I missed it.
Yeah,
So-
there you can pause directly on top of the cracked ice, and if you time it right, you can move in whatever direction you want to.
Yeah, so basically, it's honestly just more of a swag trick. It only saves like maybe a second tops, but it feels really good when you do get it.
Yeah.
So we're making our way. Oh, hello,
Oh,
dragon.
dragon.
Yeah, we're making our way to the Den of Umbrage, the final area of the game, and we're actually going to be coming up on time pretty quickly. Again, I don't have the timer in front of me right now, so I don't know. I can't
You're
get to...
just according to I have the stream up on another screen. You're just hitting 1 hour 13 minutes.
All right. Oh, wow, that's actually really good. So yeah, I would guess we'll probably be done around maybe like 1:18 or so. So, yeah, the only thing that's going to be really blocking our way here is the last of the 7 heroes, which is Wagnus. And we save Wagnus for last because most of the heroes all the heroes we fought have had pretty quick ways to get to fight them. Wagnus does not have any shortcuts. The events to fight him are pretty long and drawn out, so we saved him for last so that he gets warped here, and we can just skip having to do those completely. There we go.
I think someone's asking about the 7 heroes as to why they're called heroes if they're main bad guys. Someone else asked if they're dead or not. It's like they got better.
Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of lore on the 7 heroes. I could try to give the abridged version, but my lore's not quite up to date. But yeah, I'll just say it's kind of complicated. Also, we just got blocked, but yeah, it's gone now.
Yes, saving and then reloading makes that block go away.
Yep, right next to it though. Alright, and this is actually the second to last room. Watch out for the ghosts there.
And that lizard in particular likes to block the door.
Yeah. Alright. So this is the last room of the game. We pick the second option here. And lo and behold, it's Wagnus. We don't have to pursue him in his castle in the sky. He's right here. I will say, go ahead.
I would just remind you, safety saved before the final boss fight.
That's a given. Yeah, I mentioned that there's only one part in the run that we could wipe now, and that is the final boss we have coming up. So yeah, with their powers combined, the 7 heroes are now going to... We're going to have to fight all of them. No. We are going to safety save, and we're going to fight them all at once. And here we go. The final battle of the run.
They essentially become one big amalgamation, and as you beat one, another comes out, and you have to beat that one as well.
Yes. So this battle is actually going to be a bit different than every battle we've done up to this point. Instead of 1 soul steal, we have to do 7 soul steals, 1 for each form that they have. So we can only do 5 per turn, so that means this is going to be a 2-turn fight, and the final boss does get an action. The action that it takes determines how this fight goes. Usually, I used to say this fight was free, but recently, it's been very sketchy. So we'll see how it goes.
And I brought up right before the run started, we picked the Empress specifically for this fight, and that's because it can use an attack called Temptation.
Yes, that's actually Rock Bouquet's signature move. It charms all male party members, but females are immune to it. So if we see that, our 2 females in the lead positions, they'll be immune, they will get their soul steals off, and end the fight before the charm becomes a problem. Let's see if we see it. That's... Alright, we're in panic mode now. So with 1 person down, we lose the speed bonus of Rapid Stream, so that means we no longer act first, so we need at least 2 people to outspeed them to close out the fight.
We got 1, though.
Yeah, on the
And
next...
we also got an attack that didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, on the next Soul Steel... Oh, actually, time's coming up. Right...
Time is...
Now.
Now.
Yeah.
GG, dude.
Oh, man. Alright, I'm very pleased with how that went. Like, did I reset at all?
No, just the one mandatory reset.
Dang. Yeah, shoot, that's probably like a... Actually, let me pull up the stream real quick. What's our time?
1:17:14.
Dang, that's like 2 minutes off of my PB. Very nice. Alright.
That went extremely well for a marathon run.
I agree. I'm very, very, like I said, very pleased. So, I guess worth mentioning, since we're doing the English timing method, and we actually call time there, the Japanese timing method would actually continue past the credits, but the credit sequence is about 13 to 14 minutes. So we're not going to bother making everyone sit through all that today. We're going to kind of speed things along to the next run we have coming up. I think that's Golden Sun, isn't that right?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Looking forward to that. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and close things out. I want to give a tremendous thank you to High Spirits, the rest of the QFG crew, volunteers, the viewers. Thanks to everyone for coming all together, making it all possible. Y'all are great. Huge thank you to Raclesis. Having you by my side gave me so much comfort and confidence this run. Very glad to have had you by my side.
Oh, no problem at all, man. I'm always happy to help out a fellow SaGa runner.
Exactly. There are so few of us too.
Yeah. I think we're the only ones for this particular the remaster at the moment.
Exactly. And and also Raclesis is going to be running Nox later this week on Friday, so I highly encourage you to check that out if you are able. I'm certainly looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, that'll be a fun time for sure.
Exactly.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. You run a Nox Wizard 90%.
Yeah, assuming we stay on schedule.
Yeah.
Assuming not everyone goes drastically under estimate. We need at least one run to go bad to offset things, right? All right.
Yeah.
So, I guess also shout-outs to the other SaGa runners, SaGa Speedrunning Discord. I mentioned there are very few of us. We'd love to see that change if anyone's ever has an interest in the series. It's a very diverse series, lots of different games to choose from. They all bring like something unique and different to the table. I'm sure Rat would love to talk more about SaGa Frontier.
Oh, you'd have to stop me from talking about it.
Exactly. That's one of your babies.
Yeah.
But I think that's about everything I wanted to mention. Do you have anything you'd like to add, Rack?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Other than thank you again to Questing for Glory for accepting the run, for having us on.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. This is my first time as a runner, and I couldn't be happier. So, I think that's about it for me. So I will, we'll go ahead and get closed out. Thank you all very much for watching, and hope you all continue to enjoy the rest of Questing for Glory.
All right, and stick around because we got Golden Sun from Corporate Image coming up, doing 100% no saving quit.
Yeah, that'll be a treat. All right, until next time, take care, everybody.
See y'all later.